Somebody tank for it. It's going to die. Another coil's going to be used, this time to kill Fada. And actually, First Blood goes to Saberlight. And Fada somehow survives through all of it. So bottom lane looks like use the Solar Guardian. Back over to mid, it looks like Dubu is going to be caught. You are rotated over. Spots Dubu, and with the X should be able to give the kill away to Quinn.
Well, half damage on this tower.
Dropped a voice line just to let him know that he knows. And that gank was coming his way. They are going to be able to... Oh, he's outside of the Saberlight ultimate here, so he will not immediately get stunned. Now with the extra movement speed, he's going to be able to jump away. What a dispose. Tosses back into Bryle. They do have the Winter's Curse laid down. That's going to be able to catch Quinn. Supernova explodes, though, and keeps the rest of TSM FTX taking advantage of that curse. And it looks like Moon Meander is going to be run down as a third hero hits the deck. Quincy crew, clean up that fight handily.
This is a max Splinter Blast Wyvern, not a max Arctic Burn. So if he doesn't have targets to blast off of...
Quinn gets himself caught again, and this time he is dead. This time there is no bailout.
Alright, well... you thought he was in the same position, but that's a vastly different scenario. And now all of a sudden, both down, Egg down, TA down, Roshan down for TSM.
Yeah, but can they fight against the Timbersaw? That's going to be pretty dangerous. A really nice set of spells opening off. Saberlight. Coil out on the Kunkka, but looking to be able to chase down MSS at the same time. You are. He's getting torn apart by the Ursa, but it looks like with the extra movement speed, no, the Hammer's going to be able to chase him down. Mojo is now going to be slowed down as well. Chased down by TSM FTX. Well played by TSM. Kind of like forcing that Roshan and then being ready for the team fight.
All right. This is one they can take to have all their ults up. TSM jumping first, though.
Spotting the Timbersaw first. The Dawnbreaker coming in with the stun as well. They have a really nice torrent. Leslau's only going to be able to get so far away, and the Spirit Vessel is able to burn him down. Meanwhile, they have the Orchid out onto the puck. He's going to take a lot of damage, and the boat is going to be enough. Meanwhile, the Black Hole going to be utilized to make sure the Marcy dies. Nice lineup there from the TA, but a Winter's Curse is going to be able to stall him out. Moon Meander just running ahead of the fire beams coming out from that Phoenix. Will be able to get back to safety and survive, but Roshan is not low enough for Quincy crew to take. Oh, Mojo goes down in the top lane.
Bryle's getting run down.
Yeah, Bryle is just dead.
Alright. Stuns for what? Sometimes damage is enough to get the job done.
I guess so. How did he just die to that? Dubu kiting around Fada, but Fada had the dive still. And Quinn just jumps in from behind with the Blink Dagger, quickly finishes off Dubu. And now they're leading into a situation where they can hit this mid-tower. They get that bounty. You've got a Deso. And once you have the Deso, then Roshan is a possibility for Quincy crew.
They agree, though. This is Roshan attempt number 3. And once again, Quincy ready to contest. Running the Timber in.
MSS
on Wyvern.
Did manage to get the Blink Dagger, so he finds the opening onto the Winter Wyvern. They burst him. Whoa. 30 seconds, no buyback.
Shredded.
TSM FTX are going to try and reset here, but the Dawnbreaker pulled back in by X marks the spot. 2 down with no response from TSM FTX, and they're going to have to re-engage in a 3 versus 5 if they hope to be able to contest this Roshan, and I don't think that's possible. Well, now with that Aegis, Quincy crew... I mean, I thought they were going to go for the mid tower, perhaps. They are going to be able to get off the Fire Spirits. The Supernova's out. The Dispose is going to be able to stop the... Oh, the Winter's Curse goes out. They still manage to kill, but the Winter's Curse leads into the Black Hole with a follow-up from Tomato, laying into the Templar Assassin. The first life of the TA is gone. If they can reset off of this one and get away from her, or are they going to re-engage? Tomato is kind of thinking about it. Slows him down, inhibits him with the Diffusal Blade. They do manage to get the blink away from Quinn, though, so it's Quincy crew who are going to back down now.
I guess Fada's just up a little too far. He's trying to bait with this early mech purchase. A Fada classic.
Ooh, that's scary. The TA trap silence. They catch him with the Torrent and the Orchid. This Puck's game has become so hard in the last, like, 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, he is getting absolutely destroyed on the map right now, and he is not close to a Dispel item.
Mojo trying to find him, does manage to get the Winter Wyvern with the puck down. It seems like they think they can just go for this, but Tomato proves otherwise. He managed to kill Marcy and keep his Winter Wyvern alive. Moon Meander here, but not really a threat. No black hole for 2 minutes. Moon Meander, again, that little silver lining for TSM FTX is the fact that he is getting farm, and he might be able to turn the game around with the right kind of black hole.
TSM need to find something. Maybe this Timber is...
Oh, that's awkward. Self-Yules gets him out of some of the black hole damage. He's still being torn apart by the Ursa, and the Coil's going to be able to catch MSS as well. So 2 quick kills for TSM FTX. The egg used, but Tomato goes for the TP. Oh, what? He got X'd. Yoar puts a stop to that one. I thought for a little millisecond there, I thought he canceled his own TP, but no.
Like it. I mean, it's just these traps. You're talking map control versus TA.
Nice read by Leslau. Jumps forward, gets the Yules cancel onto Dubu. Meanwhile, Dawnbreaker is going to go for the ultimate. Looks like a missed black hole from Moon, and the boat is going to be able to finish him off. And now Dawnbreaker has jumped into the wrong team fight. Saberlight is going to be popping his BKB. Can he get out? Quinn is going to deliver some physical damage, but it's not.
Tidal wave user.
That is a good question. I feel like most carry Kunkas don't bother with that at all.
That's
on the side, Leslau, BKB activated, and also he almost has a Shiva's. Wanted to update on that item pickup. He is farmed as hell. Leslau.
Nice curse 3.
Yeah, really good one. They are going to be able to...
Hole.
Yeah, there's just no damage, unfortunately, from those 2 supports. UR takes a little bit. They're going to pop the Supernova. They're going to go for it. Looks like they might be able to kill the egg, and they do manage to do so in time. Tomato with the BKB TP out immediately.
He died to Sideway? Maybe just shocker him, but Lois is going to clean this one up.
Yeah, he is. Fishing for extra kills while they're going for this set of racks. There is the bottom tier 2 that is already dead. Also, the creep wave pushed in mid, so they can quickly deal with the mid tier 2. Okay. That wasn't the dispo. Oh no! Dubu. Okay, the dispose misses. Mojo literally clicked on a creep instead of a hero. Dubu thinks he has to respond, blinks into a torrent, unfortunately, and...
They're tipping Mojo is good debate.
Yeah, good work, good work. Quinn is able to blink away. Dispose tosses Tomato outside of the base. He's going to be forced to use his BKB, which really does not defend him against Quinn whatsoever. His damage is just out of control, hitting for 400 a hit without the criticals.
Aegis out in 10? No BKB on Ursa. You better pray for the whole of your life here.
Saberlight gonna pop his BKB. Leslau. Can they stop him from being able to get out? He may not even need to, in fact. Pops the BKB, turns, puts a little pressure on the Moon Meander before he jumps away. The Winter's Curse not catching anybody there. Not at all what he was looking for. If he could have grabbed Quinn, it would have been probably a Mercy death, but... As it stands, now it's just one more ability on cooldown as Quinn continues his assault onto the melee barracks.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
He's got more refractions than you have buildings left. Something's got to change about this game.
Not to mention he still doesn't have that Wraith back, so we can't even begin to talk about a BKB, so... Sitting on the high ground, just waiting for somebody to get a little out of position. And, well, with a Marcy, the enemy is always out of position. Orchid caught again in the dispose. They do get the Winter's Curse off, but he was not able to get off the Yules to be able to get rid of that Orchid. Oh, he just gets 2-shot. 1,000 damage out from the TA. They are going to be able to chain stun him pretty nicely here. He gets low. Oh no, the Supernova save with the Yules onto Tomato. They can't commit to be able to kill the egg. They've just got to be able to get out, but they're going to make sure Saberlight is staying right where he is. The X marks the spot, holding him in place. Mojo looking for more. He's going to be able to grab Tomato here. Tomato turns around, kills Mojo, but with the Enrage and BKB soon to be on cooldown, there's not much left for him. He tries to fight through Leslau. Doesn't even have a prayer of being able to cut through all that armor. And that is going to be it for game 1. Quincy crew. I mean, that felt pretty controlled by them. TSM FTX, you know, it just... What, we basically had like 3 or 4 team fights. We're never able to make the Roshan work for them.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe he just feels he doesn't need it. Like, who's he Viper striking this early in the game?
Sure.
He just gonna
Auto, great reactions. Tomato, they rebounded on top of him, instantly got the spin off before the dispose to come into play. MSS is going to be able to toss him back now with Quinn making the rotation over. Immediate TP out. They're going to go for Dubu instead, and this time the Shallow Grave will not be able to save him. So, really nice play for him. They were probably going to rotate over and try and kill Quinn. They're still going to try. Moon Manor does manage to land the Impale. Saberlight's coming in from the side. Sprout body blocking as well with the Treants. An all-in play that still catches Quinn despite Mojo's early detection system. You could even see Tomato tipping Mojo.
Like the Helm gave you the laning presence, gives you some early tank ability, and then you can build it into something later.
Dire's middle tower is under
Might, Oh, Bryle?
Bryle dead?
I thought he was going to be okay, and he is. He is going to be fine, but it's actually Quinn who might be dying here. Quinn given the lifesteal, but can't actually fight back. Mojo jumps in, and now he's going to potentially be dying as well. Saberlight's going to try and catch up and Sprout him. Spots him in range. The Sprout lands, and that will be the death. But yeah, as you said, Bryle popped Thunder God's Wrath for that and didn't get the last hit.
The game tempo is slow enough. I mean, how is Quincy going to abuse this Juggernaut Midas?
Quinn. He's going to be caught. Spike Carapace into the Impale onto 2. They do have the Supernova right next to all 3 of these heroes. They're going to turn around, focus it down, and they do manage to kill it, but Quinn gets a lot of damage out in the meantime, almost enough to kill Bryle, but Bryle does survive thanks to the healing ward. Leslau comes in through the side, tries to go for Saberlight, but ultimately far too much armor on all these heroes.
You know, prefers to do, I can understand it. They have limited stuns. If he dies, though, and he loses some of these fights... Oh, he dodged the ult.
Yeah, he dodged the ult because the sentry just faded, and he didn't actually pop the dust fast enough on the side of Mojo. Now, they might still be able to get the kill, but it's dangerous. Bryle? Oh, no! He didn't jump over the cliff. They can still see him in this corner side, but it's hard to be able to fight into all of TSM FTX here. Quinn keeping his distance. Lazal's going to go for the kill now. He does have the crush. They do have the jump away in 2 more seconds. He's just not going to be able to get it out of there. Bryle gets himself stuck. With the haste rune, he thought he could play forward, hit the escape button, and it did not get him out of dodge. And might be able to get the kill onto Dubu. Omni Slash going around. They do have the Nature's Prophet who's going to be joining in. Immediate bash. Gets Quinn a bit of distance away from this spin. Leslau's just going to fight through him. Dubu still not dead yet, and Quinn hiding away into the trees. Looks like they're going to be able to take down Tomato. Quinn, if they spot him with this Nature's Wrath, they might just be able to burst him down, but Quinn stays out of sight. The Nature's Wrath now burned. No more damage last. They managed to get the Rod of Atos onto Nature's Prophet as well. Quinn is actually surrounded by treants, but should be able to fight his way through just fine.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dubu's still fighting for his life here. Somehow lived through all of that.
Wraithband, Raindrop, Fluffy Hat, but a Blink Dagger to finish him off. Should be enough. There it is. Lazal finally gets the kill that they were searching for the entire time. 4 versus 5, basically. I mean, that last one, they actually killed the enemy carry. Just means this Alchemist is going to get farther and farther ahead. Moon spotted. They are going to go for him. Leslau trying to come in through the other side. Yawar is actually going to jump into this fight, going straight for Bryle. Bryle able to heavenly jump himself out. Fada continues the pursuit. Nice jump in from Leslau. Doesn't actually get the crush onto Tomato, though. He turns around and fights and actually does live through the spin somehow. Tomato no longer having that spin is food for the magic damage coming out from Quinn. Yawar leading the chase now for the final 2 heroes left. Quinn is actually the one who collects all 3 of those kills. A triple kill for him.
This TSM lineup is very spooky late game in terms of Nyx carapacing people as we're seeing here.
Always finding openings. They are going to have UR come in, and he's got a BKB. The spin right on top of Mojo. They do have the dispose back into the Supernova. Saberlight's going to be able to deal with it. A nice use of the drums quickly deals with that egg. Quinn is low enough. Uh-oh, Yawar. He may just be pulling the Omni Slash into Quinn. The Carapace once again catching Yawar. Quinn is able to get away, as is Leslau, it looks like. But another really great fight for TSM FTX. Lost practically nothing for that.
Looking for the Viper.
Yeah, they got him too. He's going to die with just a little bit of a slowdown. Turns around, does what damage he can to Saberlight, and Saberlight will die. So he actually gets more out of that gold-wise than Saberlight did.
Oh, excuse me.
Did you just sneeze?
I'm allergic to treants. You know, I see greater treants. I'm allergic to them.
Alchemist gets caught once again. This Nyx Assassin is proving to be a really stellar pickup. I mean, this Alch just... I'm not convinced by that Alch pick, and it's looking worse and worse as the game goes on.
Fada says we're smoking. AC or no. This is a boom or bust smoke right
Oh,
here.
the smoke is gonna break on Dubu. Look at this positioning. They're gonna pop the dust. They thought it was a Nyx assassin. They do find the Nyx assassin still on the side. Leslie popping out, stopping the dazzle, trying to prevent the shallow grave, but it already went down onto the Nyx assassin. The damage is raining in for the Zeus, but the Zeus did get caught. Never mind, he's got a haste rune. They can't stop him. This is a different situation than the last haste rune that Bryle had, or maybe not. The stun gets thrown to the Nyx assassin instead of Bryle. Bryle will be able to walk away.
TSM had troubles finding a single hero to lock down in that fight. Pretty good fight from Quincy. Just not enough in the tank.
Is he in trouble? He is. He's going to be Omni-slashed here.
He's in a lot of
Mojo,
trouble.
he's trying to help out. The Omni-slash did not bounce. It just stuck onto the Alchemist. And now, well, they're actually going to try and go for Tomato here. Outside of their base without the Alchemist, they don't. It's not even close. Look at how tanky he is. He hasn't even dipped below 2,000. That's insane. What did they think they were going to accomplish with that?
Maybe a last hurrah.
Yeah, it looks like the last hurrah.
I mean, this is the last hurrah, and I agree. This game was just out of control. I mean, this jug was just the same net worth as out the whole time. I'm favoring TSM here, though, I think.
Top lane, a little bit of a clash. They're going to go for it with the Dawnbreaker ultimate, but Fada,
early ult.
Really good job quickly cutting through that. Now he's still going to die, but he did manage to get off the poison touch at least before he dies.
A lot of global presence already online, and Moonmander, he's done messing around.
A rundown that's also going to put some damage onto Yawar, kick him out of lane and kill his support. Well, maybe he can still stick around. He's almost, well, he's 5.5. Now they're going to go for it. Smoke rotation. MSS and Quinn together. Going to run into Tomato.
Already TPing.
Yeah, he knows. Is it going to be enough to save Tomato, though? The Flesh Heap has already been put onto cooldown. That is very awkward.
Boy,
they do have the Furion coming into play with the Vanguard, keeping him alive. The axes are going to come through, though. Quinn, got to be careful of the Dismember. It's coming up. Hook, hook, hook. Not going to be thrown just yet, and Tomato will eventually get burned down. The Primal Roar to finish him off. Now Saberlight's going to be up next. He gets run down by Leslau. Moonmeander goes to the TP out off of the Spike Carapace, and there is no stuns to stop him. 6 sentries, I like that.
Always some super high number, you know, that's what I would say. Well, Skyball like 8 centuries, guys. Killed this game.
Dubu. They were going to set up, and they might have been able to get the kill on Yawar, and they still might be able to, actually. He's going to infest inside of one of those Warpine Raiders, and Quinn comes in with a 3-man quilt, 3-man silence as well with the double damage. He was able to finish up the Furion, gets enough space for Yawar to be able to get away. Now the Avalanche onto 2 as well, but Quinn has already taken so much damage from not just the Golem, but the Fatal Bonds as well. He's got to retreat. Despite the double damage, he is not able to get more.
Pretty much up the blink in 20 gold.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, this is aggressive B-ward.
They will manage to get it, and might be able to get MSS as well, but no, actually canceling that TP in. Now the Bryle's here, though. Saberlight will complete it to be able to get the kill on the Tiny, and they can turn this with the Golem into a mid-tower. I don't think Quincy Crew can stop that.
Oh, that tower was always dead.
I can't believe they're still thinking about doing something after the rotations and the fact that this hero has an Aegis. They're going to toss him back all the way back to Leslau. So really good position perhaps for this second life. Primal Roar going to be used on the Nyx assassin, bailed out by Tomato with the hook, who's coming in with this Aghanim Scepter. This is a dangerous hero to be fighting into. And that's why Quinn and the rest of Quincy Crew are going to keep their distance. They managed to disengage. Nobody caught just yet. Quinn... silence, jump away. The hook is going to be coming in soon. Nature's Prophet's going to get the information. They've got the Orchid, self-yules, a phase shift to dodge some damage. Can he jump away? He's into the river. He's out. MSS is going to be left behind, though. Wanted to make sure that Quinn got out. He might have been able to do just that with the Avalanche, but cannot save his own life. I have a feeling he's not there yet, but...
they might be there with the double damage puck, though.
Yeah, Moonmeander already down off of that Infest Bomb. Dubu, Coil, Yule Scepter is going to be able to stop him from TPing out. So they get both the supports. A good start for Quincy Crew as they try and reassert some map control against this Nature's Prophet. Moonmeander, Dubu, and Tomato moving around a 3-man smoke. They've got 2 different global heroes, so this is effectively a 5-man gank. A toss over onto the Warlock to start things off. A hook gets him back into position, but Yawar is right next to him. Golem goes out. Now a grab from Tomato onto this lifestealer. The backline is being interrupted as well. They've got the rage already done for. Yawar needs to be able to jump away. The invest in 1 more second, and he can't get it. 1 second off from being able to get away. The puck does a ton of damage. Nice impale. A 2-man impale onto the 2 supports of QUINCY crew. It feels like Quinn was the only one able to throw some spells around in that fight.
He might get... Ooh, he's thinking about the teleport. He was out of mana here. Saberlight's looking.
Hops down. Saberlight not going to be able to guess correctly. It looks like the Pudge is such a time killer for a lifestealer.
He's a pretty big bait. There's a lot of damage that can come out from the rest of this TSM lineup, so you have to think about how long it's going to take you to commit on him. As Moon
not able to get the blink impale. It is going to be caught. Oh, the hook back, but it hits Yawar instead. Yawar pulled into Dismember underneath the tier 2, and he is going to be slowed down. He doesn't have an infest to be able to get out of here. He can't get out. A 4-man spawn on top of that one, so not only is Yawar dead, but everybody trying to get out of this team fight is taking a ton of damage as well. MSS, nice blink backwards into the trees, does complete his TP. Leslau does not get caught. No blind hook.
Not a lot of dispels for this bonds if it hits. That's a big thing Quincy have to think about. We're looking at Moon.
Yeah, they're going to try and burst him down. Once again, going for the toss into the silence. This time around, though, Tomato was ready to go with the response. Does manage to get the hook onto the Tiny. They kill the support. MSS is going to be left behind, so 1-for-1 trade-off so far. But Yawar, he's going to infest to get out of here, and the Dawnbreaker is going to be able to blow up that creep super quickly. And look at Quinn. He tried to go for Saberlight, but Saberlight popped the BKB, turned around, beat some ass. Yawar, he's going to have maybe his own problems as Bryle just comes in. 1 shot. Oh, and Tomato nails the hook, too. Just the cherry on top of back-to-back-to-back team fight wins for TSM FTX. They are going to wipe QUINCY crew, except for Leslau.
And a gem. Off the top.
Oh, never mind. They caught Leslau, too. There was still this ward sitting here from earlier, so...
Yeah, that's a good ward. Drifting away here into the hands of this Furion Tricore that is not going to let up the pressure anytime soon.
TSM FTX, I mean, with EG not in this qualifier at all, they took themselves out. It does mean that TSM FTX are going to be able to regain their seat on the throne, at least temporarily. Quinn's going to try and push out, do what he can. It's a dangerous play, though, against this Orchid. He's going to have to sell fuels to get it off. And then phase shift, and he's going to have to silence his own way over the side. The blink wasn't up just yet. Jumps away to the orb. He'll be okay. Mid lane, though. Golem dropped. Yawar doesn't get by that, but he gets hit by the Starbreaker instead. Yawar doesn't have another infest. Once again, he is just left behind by his team. Has nothing to be able to do. Bryle almost dies there. It actually gets saved by Tomato. He's inside of the Pudge. And as you said, once you get that one save, especially if it's on a core, it feels like the fight is over. Quinn does manage to get the kill on Moon Meander, but then he comes back down to his own death. Fado barely gets away from a hook, but with 2 down, no buyback. That is going to be Megas.
Double damage Dawn shredding that backline with the blink. Yeah. Somehow lives through all of it, gets eaten, like you said. Saved. That's going to be the game.